What's up, America? It's Dave Sheridan, aka Doofy, and you're listening to The Horror Squad. And remember, don't disturb me while I'm listening to The Horror Squad.
Hello, welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast episode 424, where tonight we're talking about 2026's Scream 7, currently in theaters, currently raking in the money, dude, hand over fist, printing dollars. I'm one of your co-hosts, Todd. We have Steve, we have Joe. I'm taking over a little host duty tonight because Joe's mic is a little iffy, so he's gonna jump in and out as needed. But we miss Joe. He got us. I don't know if you ever listened to the jokes I give when you're not here, Joe, but last week you were getting a pedicure and a manicure, and you couldn't miss it. So I hope that went well. We have Steven, of course, and yeah, Scream 7 today. What's up, guys?
No, not too much. You
I
ready?
had, I had a really packed weekend, actually. I hung out with
Oh,
Brent and TJ, the homies.
nice.
We did our monthly movie night, which is always a blast, and then saw Scream 7 yesterday morning, and then I went to a hockey game last night, so it was a good time, man. I had a pretty good weekend.
Excellent. My mic sucks, everyone. I'm sorry. Steve and Todd are so mad at me, but we're actually dog sitting and house sitting
Oh,
this week. So Jason, you guys have been here.
yeah.
Uh, we
Yeah,
recorded
that's
part of
that's
them.
it's going to be a famous movie house one day. So,
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Our famous movie houses we'll be talking about tonight too.
Someone's
Apparently
gonna
for
come
Scream 7.
burn it down.
Mm.
yeah,
Hopefully not.
hopefully not. Yeah.
Scream 7 reference for those of you.
Well, what'd you guys watch, Todd? Are you guys gonna talk? Are you gonna talk about it during what watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for a little bit later.
All right, Steve. How was movie club? How was the special? I want to know everyone's thoughts on the special.
So, funny enough, we played Burial Ground. So we actually did three movies last week. There was a little special bonus movie because it's something I had to watch, and I figured I'm gonna force everyone to watch it with me. And that is, we watched the 7 minute short that John Carpenter did in college called Captain Voyeur because I needed it for my completion, and I figured, hey, might as well share the load with everyone else. Holy shit, that was a weird movie. It's just a guy who's like a peeping tom. He's got like binoculars and he's looking through people's windows and shit. And he wears a mask and a cape and no shirt and in his underwear. And he just goes around and goes into people's windows and kind of watches them have sex, get dressed, all that shit. And it's like 7 minutes long. There's no story to it whatsoever. You do get a little bit of a sense of what he eventually did with Halloween, like the stalking shot at the beginning of the first Halloween, which was interesting. But other than that, not much to it. But it was cool that we got to see kind of a young John Carpenter's work together. Then we watched Burial Ground, which I'll talk about on What Watched, and that was a wild movie. Holy shit! I've seen it before, but goddamn, with a group, that was a ton of fun because there's a lot of weird shit in that movie. And then we got to the special, which I'll also talk about during What Watch, because those are my two. Honestly, a lot of people like fell asleep, more so because we were tired and it was late already. So there wasn't a lot of chatting during the special, but yeah, people definitely, I think most people enjoyed it. Yes, the ones that hadn't seen it. It's an interesting movie, but like I said in my Letterboxd review, and I'll talk about during What Watched, if you make Dave Sheridan look like the voice of reason in your movie, you know you got something fucking wild cooking up. So yeah, it was a great time though. And then next month we are doing an '80s theme. So the main movie was picked by Joe, like inadvertently, and that is going to be Spookies, which he recommended me to watch and said would be fun in a group. So I'm like, fuck it, let's do it in a group. And then we're going to do a vote for another '80s horror movie that I'm going to pick the nominees for and then put it in our Discord. So that'll be at the end of March, and I'm looking forward to it.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
I'm going to Monster Mania this weekend, and we already planning to watch Spookies in a group. We're gonna watch Spookies and the Blob is the picks right now.
The
Which
80s
blob?
The,
Blob,
the remake of the Blob, yeah, the '80s
Shawnee
one.
Smith.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Very
watch both of
nice.
those. And I also throw out popcorn if we have time. So I think that's the plan.
Who you
Meeting
meeting it? Yeah, who you got?
Linda Hamilton. I'm getting
Very
her.
nice.
Yeah. Linda Hamilton. I'm doing Sam really wants to meet Rohan Campbell. who Halloween Ends fame. So we're gonna meet him. Well, she's gonna meet him. And then we're doing a photo op with the It Kids, the whole group of It Kids, the core six of them or whatever it is. So that should be
From the
pretty
TV
cool.
show
And
or a
then,
movie?
yeah, from the Welcome to Derry. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And then they just announced Gaten Matarazzo from Dustin from Stranger Things, and he sold out like 5 photo op sessions in like a day, which is extremely
Wow.
impressive. I don't think we're gonna get him. And then my buddy's a huge Iron Maiden fan, and Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden, is gonna be there, so we're gonna do a photo op with him as well. But I think that's it. Autograph wise, I think just Linda Hamilton for me, and that's it. But I mean, it's a solid guest list. There's a lot of good people. It's just a bunch of people I've already have met before, and don't need to add anyone else. So yeah, should be a good time though, and I'll give you guys an update next week on that. And I know a couple of you guys are going, so if you see me, say hi.
You're getting Hamilton on Stranger Things 5, right?
I actually haven't decided
That was a
yet. I
joke,
was
by the way.
just I'm debating which. Well, I wouldn't get her on Stranger Things, but I'm debating between Children of the Corn or Terminator.
You
I
gotta go
don't know yet.
Terminator, man. Sarah
Yeah,
Connor.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, well, I have a Children of the Corn piece signed by Malachi and Isaac, so it'd be cool to add her to that, but we'll see. They also added Michael Bean, so Michael Bean and Edward Furlong are going to be there too. So there's going to be a small little Terminator reunion, the three of them. So
I mean, you can get a yeah. I mean, I have Michael Bean right there, but I
yeah,
would love to meet Edward Furlong, man. He'd be cool.
I've met him before. I got him on a Pet Cemetery 2 poster. He's he's a little odd.
Little odd
We'll
duck.
say that. Yeah, I know he's like sobered up though, and he's better. He seems better now, which is good. So good for him.
Very cool. All right, I guess what watched? All right. Well, I guess I'll lead off. Yeah, like I said earlier, I had movie night with the boys, and we only got to 2 movies because our layout is usually we get there, and then we watch one movie, and then we go out shopping because we're a bunch of shopping boys. And we go to like record stores and movie stores and shit like that, and then we watch 2 more movies, and we take off. But we were shopping till we dropped, dude. We got there in Columbus, which is 2 hours away from me, where TJ lives, and we shot for like 3 hours, dude. We went to record store, got some tapes, we went to this cool video game store, and we went to Target and all that shit. So we only watched 2 movies. The first one I watched was mine, and it was something I might have talked about a little bit ago because I just watched it for the first time a couple months ago, but it's Night Killer from 1990. And essentially, this girl gets brutally sexually assaulted for 8 hours. And that's like a plot point, and I don't know. And then she has amnesia, so like she knows who the killer is, but she can't remember who it is. And like we get a bunch of glimpses in the, oh, it could be this guy, it could be that guy. Who is it? Her husband's estranged. Is it her husband? He was a violent cop that got fired. Could it be him? And then she has a daughter, and the daughter's being taken care of by the neighbors, and blah blah blah. And then this one guy like follows her, and he's like, I just want to be your friend. And he's super fucking creepy. She tries to kill herself. That guy that like was stalking her and creeping on her like ends up capturing her and kidnapping her and taking her to a hotel, and like you want to kill yourself? Well, you're not, because I'm gonna kill you when I'm ready. And if it sounds weird, it's because it is, man. This movie's all over the place. It was directed by I think originally it was directed by the Troll 2 guy who made Troll 2, and then maybe I had the order wrong, but then the studio didn't like what he did, so they brought in someone else. So it's kind of like 2 different movies, and you can see it in this. And every male character in this movie is just a fucking sleazeball, man. Like I'm talking Joe Spinell level of grease on their face and sweating and constantly like doesn't take no for an answer, and just like uh binge drinking and fucking hitting people and threatening to kill people and just being fucking pieces of shit. Every guy in this movie, right? Also, too, is very strange because we follow a Dollar Tree, Great Value Walmart brand, Dr. Loomis, and he tells the reporters every single detail about this girl's sexual assault, to the point where he's like, yes, there was a large amount of semen found in her. I'm like, why are you telling the fucking, they're doing a live broadcast and they're talking about the semen that was in this poor girl. And he's like, what are we doing? This cop is like, he's a sassy, hard-nosed black cop. And he's like, listen, you motherfucker. Like when people call, it's just, It's so all over the place. I, for one, love it. I did drop it from a 4 to 3.5 because it's not a good movie. It's just a fun movie because it's so stupid. But Severin has the Blu-ray, which is what I watched it on. So that's Night Killer. Oh, also Night Killer. What does Night Killer mean to you? Just off the top of your head. Night Killer.
Isn't it was it Richard Ramirez or like
Or no, no, like
Night,
just
that was Night Stalker, but
yeah, but the word
ah,
nighttime, right?
yeah.
Zero kills happen at
Hmm.
night.
No,
None.
of course.
So this killer is not going around in the nighttime. He's just going around wherever the fuck he
Tough-
wants. I don't know. It's just a weird fucking title, but Night Killer, really cool artwork. And this is probably streaming somewhere, but I watched it on Blue, so I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
I just got one tonight. This is a movie Sam picked yesterday because we were sitting on the couch, and it immediately piqued my interest because I saw the director, Caitlin Cronenberg, which I was like, huh, I didn't know she was made a lot of movies. But this movie is called Humane. It also stars Jay Baruchel, I believe is his name, famous comedian.
Canadian
Um,
treasure, Jay Baruchel.
Treasure, yes. Steve, is that true? Is he a Canadian treasure?
He did. He lived near me actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to
What
Jay.
is he most famous for, you say?
Oh God, he's been in a lot of stuff because he's part of the like Seth Rogen group.
Hmm.
But for
Yeah.
horror, This Is the End. He's the
This is
kind of
the
the
end.
star of This Is the End. The one where it's the apocalypse with all these like crazy celebrities
Oh,
that
yeah, yeah.
show up, like
I
fucking.
I probably go Tropic Thunder for my favorite role of his.
Oh, he's good in that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
He is good, yeah.
yeah.
what
I
is
met him
it? I'm
pre-fame
trying to.
actually.
Really?
Him,
Oh,
him, and the girl from Girl Next Door.
I
I
remember you
was
told a couple stories of her being kind of mean.
Yeah, but he was on the same show as her. There was a show called Popular Mechanics for Kids, and I met them when I was a kid, and he was super fucking cool even back then. And she was a total, well, she wasn't nice to anyone, especially the crew. So anyway,
Seth Rogen's winning like Golden Globes and shit
dude,
now
what
for
what a
that
fucking career
show.
like
Like, yeah, it's
trajectory,
wild.
right?
Yeah,
What did he do
yeah.
that won the award?
The
The
studio.
Studio, new
This,
show.
yeah, I've
He
never
like,
heard of that.
I think he wrote it too.
Hmm,
But yeah, it's like about a movie studio like that he is like
cool.
the head of. I think it's supposed to be really funny. I haven't watched it yet, but last night was the Actor Awards, which formerly the SAG Awards, but now they call it the Actor Awards. And shout out to some of the horror people. I saw he had won last night as well, but horror wise, Sinners won Best Ensemble Cast. Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor, and our girl Amy Madigan won for Best Supporting Actress for Aunt Gladys. So horror killing it in the awards, and Oscars in 2 weeks. Let's see what is going to happen. But I digress. Back to what watch. Humane is the name of this movie, directed by Caitlin Cronenberg. This is like a sort of alternate universe, like post-apocalyptic type world where basically like there's like been an environmental collapse essentially. Crops are dying, blah blah blah, and essentially we have to shed 20% of our humanity, and they want people to volunteer to basically die. And what we come to find out is the father of this very wealthy family invites all of his kids to the house. He has an announcement. He goes on to announce that him and his wife have decided to sacrifice themselves for the better of humanity, and the wife ends up bailing on the husband. So when this group comes, this like government agency basically comes and they euthanize you essentially like the best way possible. They're like, well, we still need a body essentially. So one of you guys are going to have to decide out of the four of you, between the brothers and the sisters. And I'm not spoiling much because that's how the movie starts. And then the entire movie is the siblings trying to figure out who is going to kill themselves in order to survive. Really cool concept on paper, but my God, the execution in this movie was terrible. The tone is all over the place. There's just some really odd choices that were made. It plays off as a comedy a lot of the time, which I think was a poor choice. I think it should have been more of a serious drama, but instead they decided to go comical routes with some of the characters and some of the situations. And by the end, it just got so ridiculous that I was checking out. So I was really disappointed at the end of the day. I think in the hands of a better writer, perhaps. I don't know if I blame the director or if I blame the writer, maybe both here. But yeah, from a Cronenberg, I was extremely disappointed. I gave it a 2 out of 5. I would not recommend it.
All right. My first one, it was mentioned before because we watched it at Movie Club. That is 1981's Burial Ground. So this is an Italian zombie film that I watched over on Tubi, and it's about a family and they go to their summer house, which is like a giant fucking castle. They're extremely rich, and almost immediately zombies start attacking because someone went into their ruins and awoke them by like trying to dig into them, and they start attacking the house. And the rest of the movie is basically them trying to fend off the zombies very unsuccessfully, and kind of dealing with everything that's going on. But what the hook is on this one is that the mother has the creepiest motherfucking kid ever. He's this, like, he plays a 10 to 12-year-old, I'd say, but the actor is actually 26, and he is just creepy as hell. 80% of his dialogue in this movie is just, mama, mama. It's really fucking funny. However, like, if that's like the hook of it, but great zombies. Like, there's a ton of them as well. It's constant attacks, a ton of kills. They're pretty brutal as well. I don't think they had a huge budget, and if they did, they probably blew it on the castle, to be honest. But they really did a lot with the budget that they had. I mean, they even like repurposed a Frankenstein's monsters mask for one of the zombies, and it still made it look cool. It's just a really fun time. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. The kid is so goddamn creepy. And not only does he look creepy and act creepy, but he has like a plot point where he wants to like touch his mom and breastfeed her, and she lets him go way past the point of like, you should have stopped him by now. So it's
Doesn't he finger her at one point?
He tries to, like, he gets up there, but she does eventually stop him. But he's already probably like fucking knuckle deep by this point. It's just like, oh my, what the fuck are you doing? And then she feels bad for having like kind of told him not to. So the rest of the film is her like chasing him so he can like suck her. It's a weird fucking movie. I'm not gonna say it's not. The fact that he's played by a 26-year-old makes it a little bit better, but he's still portraying a kid, which makes it extremely fucking gross. But entertaining movie. We had a great time watching it on Movie Club. We laughed a lot at just how crazy the film gets, and I gave it a 4 out of 5. So that's Burial Ground from 1981 over on Tubi.
Yeah, I love that movie, man. It's really fun.
I want that pillow. Have you ever seen that pillow?
Yeah, I
It's
should
the
have
kid's
bought it.
face with yeah, the design of his like pillow. I feel it's like little ducks or
Because his
something.
eyes just open randomly in the movie. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's one of the first shots in the movie when you see the kid. He's in bed, and it's just like
Yeah.
one of those zoom in shots to his face, and he opens his eyes.
It's creepy
If
fuck.
I can ever find that pillow, I'm gonna get it. And
Yeah.
trust me, guests will get it every time they come over.
Shit, I'll sleep with it.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one was Brent's pick. We didn't get to TJ's, unfortunately, which I think he was bringing The Kindred, which I've never seen. So maybe next time. But this one is Wormwood, Road of the Dead, which I'm surprised you haven't logged, Steve, because maybe you have seen it. But this one is from 2014 and it's from Australia. And basically, there's a zombie outbreak, and I mean, you've heard this before. People are trying to survive it, right? But we have this dude that wakes up with his family, and he unfortunately has to kill them. And then he's like trying to kill himself for a lot of the movie, but then he gets picked up with a guy, and they kind of team up with forces, and he's trying to find his sister, whose sister was kidnapped by like this mad scientist who's doing experiments on the zombies, and he's actually adding zombie blood to her blood, and then she can now be like a kind of like mind control the zombies, like she can make them do shit, so that's how she kind of escapes from the guy. And then, we meet characters and it turns very Mad Maxy where they're putting on random like football gear and making makeshift weapons and loading up their trucks and putting armor plates on them and driving around. I think the zombies look pretty cool. I love the idea. There's some stuff that really bugged me that I couldn't get over, and that was the use of CGI. It was pretty rampant during this. Gunshots to zombies and blood flying off the screen, stuff like that. It's just like, let's just not do it. I hate it. We've talked about that to death though. But I really appreciate the action and what they're able to accomplish with the low budget because it looks damn good and the characters were easy to follow, and there's especially a dude that he's a I forgive me if this isn't the proper term, but he's an Aboriginal in that country, and he was hilarious. Like that character was really funny. And there's also some random gore that just comes out of nowhere that I really like that wasn't meant to be was meant to be like funny, but the characters didn't think it was, you know what I mean? So something randomly happens, like, oh shit, out of nowhere. But overall, I did have a good time with it. Just the shortcomings were it's just like CGI blood, just don't do it, man. Just fucking don't do it. And that's Wormwood, Road of the Dead. It has a sequel which I haven't watched, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5, and I watched that on the Scream Factory Blu-ray.
Cool. So my last one this week is the other movie I watched over on Movie Club, and that was 2020's The Special, which I also watched on Tubi. We reviewed The Special, so I'm not going to go too much into it. Basically, a guy, he's having a rough time, so his buddy, played by Dave Sheridan, who we interviewed for The Special, do check that out because that was a fucking wild interview. So he brings him to this kind of sex plays like with workers and stuff, but he's like, no, you don't want to have like the women in this. You're gonna get the special, but I'm telling you, you only do this one time because you're gonna get hooked. I'm not even gonna tell you where this place is. You have to wear a bag over your head as we go there because you're gonna get hooked to this, and you're not gonna want to. You don't want to go back because you'll get obsessed. So he's like, hey, whatever. So he goes, he gets to the room, and there's no woman in the room. There's just a box that says stick it in here, and that's it. There's nothing else. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? So that he thinks it's a joke. He thinks there's cameras around, but sure enough there aren't. So he's like, okay, fuck it, so he sticks his dick in, and he gets the most pleasurable experience he's ever had in his life. And he goes home, and he's just thinking about it, and of course he gets obsessed. He's like, I gotta fucking go back, I gotta have that experience again. And the rest of the movie is basically him trying to get to the special box, eventually stealing it, and then becoming completely consumed by the box. And things go on after that become a little bit more horror. If you're wondering why it's a horror movie, it becomes almost, I'd say, like The Fly in a way, just in a different way. So I won't spoil that, but yeah, this is my second watch. I watched it only the first time when we reviewed it, and it holds up really well. Like it's an entertaining film. Tad too long, if I'm being honest, but it's really cool to see kind of his progression and how crazy he gets and how obsessed he gets with the special. And it's just such a unique premise. I really like the premise. And like I said before, if you're making Dave Sheridan look like the voice of reason in the movie, it's going to be pretty wild. And yeah, I still enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. I don't remember what I gave it when I reviewed it back then. It's probably something around there, I would guess. But I do say check it out. It's a really fascinating movie. So that's The Special that you can watch over on Tubi.
Good movie. All right, let me bust out those books, baby.
Ooh.
For trivia, Q1, okay, Q1. Joe and Steve tied at 11 apiece, with myself in the rear with 6 points. Who would like to lead off today?
Never want to be in the rear, that's for sure.
Never want. Well, I mean, depends.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
I'll go.
It's fine. All right, go.
All right, so my first one. So I will tell you my theme. My theme is not Scream, because that's played out. We're at the fucking 7th one that we're reviewing right now.
Joe's theme is definitely Scream.
Of course.
Look at his eyes.
yeah. It is, however, Scream actors and other films that they've done. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go IMDb parental guide first, but I'm going in a different order than usual, just because of like how easy it would be to get them. So the first one, I'll go with frightening and intense scenes. Not much here. Extremely scary and disturbing movie. So
that happens.
Yep. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. One scene of marijuana smoking.
That happens too.
Yep. Profanity. About 12 uses of fuck. So not much there.
Common.
I almost said the title. Sex and nudity. A man shows unnerving interest in a teen girl. And finally, violence and gore. A bedroom is set on fire with 3 people in it, one of whom kills another with a guitar.
Oh. Yep, I got it. It's
I double checked. You guys both logged it.
Yeah. So. Fuck, man. I know what actor you're going with too.
Oh, I know. Wait, I know this movie.
Joe's got it too. I think we all loved it.
Yeah.
The Devil's Candy.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it's the Devil's Candy.
That's a really good movie. Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry, that's right.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay. My theme this week is 90s slashers
Ooh,
in
Oh.
honor of the theme. So let's
the
see.
least exciting decade.
Does it?
In the movie,
Yeah.
in the movie Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Dead, which
seen it.
we reviewed on the podcast, I believe. What does Maggie use in her dream to see into Freddy's mind? It is the final sequence of the movie. I will say that.
One of those red visors that you flip through. Wink, 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 wink.
That'd be amazing if that was it.
I've been sick.
I used to have one of those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Had like animals.
Had boobies in it. Oh.
It was like I was at the zoo.
It's a lion.
Christ, man, I just blocked that movie out of my fucking head. I don't know. I really don't.
A kaleidoscope.
No.
I'm thinking just goofy ass shit they could have done in that movie.
You may have forgotten that the final 15 minutes of this movie were in 3D. So she puts on 3D glasses.
Oh, Christ. Yeah.
That's gee whiz. All right, good question.
So
I'm
bad.
gonna do something.
So
I'm gonna do something something new.
oh,
Steve, this will go for Joe when it's his turn, but pick a random word. Well, for example, you say scream, and I'll hit Control F to control find everything that has the word scream in it, and I'll ask the first question that comes up.
okay, Dawn.
So what's your oh god. All right, fuck. All right. First question that pops up, which was question 2252. Initially, the group was denied entry into the brothel club in From Dusk Till Dawn. How'd they end up being allowed to stay?
Oh man,
So I'll say it one more time.
that backfired. I was hoping for Dawn.
Yeah. Initially,
I know.
Go
He had a truck driver's license.
correct. Yep.
Right. Oh, Joe on fire today.
Joe's on it, baby.
All right. Who was originally slated to play the villain in Becky?
Adam Sandler.
Wrong.
Thinking about like normal comedic.
I'll have a big hint after, just because it's kind of an obscure question. So
Chloe Grace Moretz.
she would have been fucking sperm at that time, probably.
Wait, Becky?
Oh no, not Becky. Right, that was 10 years ago. I was still thinking of Dusk Till Dawn. Okay, no. So here's my hint, and it's a big one, so you'll have to be quick on this.
All right.
This actor made his debut in a beloved horror film that never got a sequel, but he did reprise his role in a cool cameo in another horror film.
Okay, wait a minute. So he was going to play the villain.
He was going to play, Kevin James's role. He was slated to do it, but because of another movie, he couldn't.
And he was a villain in one horror movie that never got a sequel, but he played the character.
He made his debut in a beloved horror film that never got a sequel, but he did reprise his role in a cool cameo in another horror film.
Oh boy, it's a good question though. I don't know.
That could have been the question on its own.
I know.
Honestly,
He was in one of the Screams.
No, he's not the person that was in the Scream. This person was in the Scream was one of the other characters in Becky.
Oh, I don't remember fucking who else is in Becky besides him and the girl.
Well, you wouldn't know because he didn't play in Becky.
Oh, so you need the actor?
Yeah, the actor. Yeah, the actor who was originally
Joel McHale.
No, this actor wasn't in Scream in any of the Screams, as far as I know.
Oh, one of his co-stars was in Scream. That's
right. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
No, you guys give up?
Yeah.
The Rottweiler dog.
It was Simon Pegg, who played, of course, in Shaun of the Dead, but reprised his role as Shaun in
Land of the
Dead. Yeah.
Wait. He was Shaun in Land of the Dead? I thought he was just some zombie.
No, he was Shaun.
No, him and Nick Frost are both in it, right? They were both supposed to be.
Yeah,
but he wasn't like Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, though. He's just a zombie in Land of the Dead.
I thought he was.
I didn't make that connection, I guess.
Anyway. Yeah.
Whatever. Good question. Joey.
All right. Okay. Guess the movie based off of the IMDb information.
Oh.
This movie was released in the year 1990 with an R rating.
Yep.
Clocking in at 1 hour and 24 minutes. Categorized as slasher horror, supernatural horror, and thriller. Currently sitting at a 6 out of 10 over on IMDb with a Metascore of 37 out of 100. Director John Lafia. And starring Jenny Agutter, Garrett Graham, Grace Zabriskie, Beth Grant, and Raymond Singer. I'm leaving out a few.
Yeah.
Tagline. All right, I'll go over. There's a lot. Keep an eye out for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep an eye
Number
out for
2.
it.
Yes. In 1988, he started us with a frightening vision. Then he was destroyed and left for dead. Now he's about to be reborn.
It's Wishmaster?
It is not Wishmaster.
Okay.
Any guesses, Steve?
Well, I'm waiting until you finish. Okay, just
I'm
go.
done.
You're
No.
done?
I'm done for now.
Oh,
No.
I don't know. Uncle Sam?
It is not Sam.
1990. Sounds
Is
like this
a
is a
very-
sequel to it, though.
Is a
Sequel.
sequel. You are correct.
Sequel to something that was from 88, I think he said.
I thought you meant that was just like the character died in 88 and then came back. Okay.
Okay. Oof. I feel like any of these I give you will 100% give it away. All right, let me see if I can give you one more tagline here. Because I'm leaving out 3 actors, and all 3 would give this movie away. Honestly, all these taglines would give it away too. Yeah, I think that's all I can really give you guys. Let me see. I'll give you a parental guide. Violence and gore parental guide. A man gets electrocuted. The shock flings him across a room and crashing into a glass wall. His face is seen covered in blood.
Nothing.
Nothing on that one? All right, how about this one? A man is slashed with a knife and falls on a conveyor belt. His eyes gets gouged out by an automatic machine.
Child's Play 2.
Correct.
Yay. You know how I know that? Because I use that scene in my lockout tagout training course.
Nice.
And I know the 3 actors, obviously, Christina Elise, Brad Dourif, Alex Vincent. I think all.
Yeah, that would have given it away.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Joe, pick any kind of word. Obviously, don't say the or something, but big word.
Blair.
Okay. I have 18 questions that have Blair in it. The first one coming up is, be quick. In what state does the Blair Witch Project take place in?
Maryland.
Oh, Steven.
Yeah. I had Burkittsville in my head. It has my loaded, but yeah. All right. Scream 7 reunites 2 Ghostbusters Afterlife cast members. Who are they?
McKenna Grace and
You can do the character name too if
okay, McKenna Grace, who played that one chick, and then
yes.
fuck, dude.
That was
Afterlife. Who's in Afterlife?
That's the obvious one.
yeah. That was,
Let's see. We had Paul Rudd, who wasn't in this. We had Finn Wolfhard, who wasn't in this.
You think?
The African American friend.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Celeste O'Connor is her name.
Celeste.
Yeah.
Nice. Which McKenna Grace is fucking blown out, bro.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later, but I thought she would have had
a bigger role.
Bigger role, yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I was like,
probably the biggest star in this right now.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows it's great. And she looks different in all her movies. It's like,
yeah.
Like this compared to Ghostbusters is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. And then she was in that TV show about the girls that wear red and they can't talk and shit.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Somebody's turn.
Joe.
She's also in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but she's like barely in it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, 3 Letterboxd reviews. Can you guess the movie?
Probably not from.
I'm sorry, but not a single kill was unjustified in this movie. Legalize murder.
Okay.
Number two, there is no greater feeling than seeing Matthew Lillard in a film you didn't expect him to be in.
Matthew Lillard.
And number three, the woman in this film who has an orgasmic experience while watching Annie while her dog licks her feet is the most horrifying pervert
What?
depiction in John Waters' film.
John Waters. Did you say it was a John Waters film? I think last of it I lost.
Yes, it is John Waters.
Oh, it's a John Waters film. Okay.
Oh Christ.
Oh
I
fuck. I haven't seen
I,
John
I,
Waters movie in forever, man.
yeah, me neither.
Little mustache wearing fucker.
I
Um,
can't think of a Matthew Lillard one.
must have been an early, well, 90s, right?
Yeah.
96, he was what, 20 maybe? So let's see.
Before Scream.
Before
Look at
Scream.
that.
Yeah.
So between 90 and 96. I have no clue. If you don't get the fucking
I
dog
don't know.
licking feet where they
I
go
don't know.
fucking
Yeah.
jizzes.
It sounds familiar, the dog licking feet, but I can't.
Crybaby. Is that a John Waters movie?
No, I think you guys have seen this. It's a classic to me. And the movie is Serial Mom.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I don't remember that
I
at
don't
all
think
though.
I've seen it, no.
Scream
Oh,
Factory
really?
has that out on Blu-ray. Well,
Hey, that's honestly one that's worth a review.
Nice.
is Serial Mom, she the one orgasmating ding ding ding? It's dogs?
No, it's like the neighbor, but Kathleen Turner is Serial Mom. Ricky Lake is
Oh.
also in it.
All right. Steve, pick up a word.
I'm gonna go none.
Very nice.
Like
I have
N-U-N.
NUN. All right, I have 10 questions that have the none come up in them. All right, this is hilarious. In Saw 6, there's a book about John Kramer being showcased. What's its title?
Oh,
And I'll tell you
Christ.
why the none came up in this once we get the answer out. Saw 6, there's a book about John Kramer being showcased. What is the title? I love that both of these backfired on you. That's so funny.
In the mind of a jigsaw killer.
No. Steve, Joe, you got
I don't know.
anything? All right, you're not gonna
Yeah,
get this
nothing.
one.
Well, the word none is in there.
Because it's in the word conundrum.
Oh my God.
And John Kramer, Conundrum of Carnage.
Wow.
So there you go. I know. So let's see what the actual next question would be if it was none related. This 1979 Italian film features a horny nun that goes on a wild sex and murder spree, which would be Killer Nun from 1979.
Nice.
Yep, it's the type of content you get from this book, people.
Yeah, it's funny. So when I got the first one with Don, Joe got it. When Joe picked Blair, I got it, and then none of us got on the third one.
Conundrum. That's funny.
Yeah,
All right, is that all?
that's it.
All right, 2's for Joe and I, 1 for the Stever, which brings Joe to the lead with 13, to Steve's 12, to my 8. I'm just chugging along, and Joe keeps plugging at it, dude. Look at
Yeah,
him.
I mean, he's probably not going to show up for the rest of March,
No,
just
you
so he can
fucking
win
turd.
one and not add a fifth movie to his pile.
I know. That'd be epic though if he somehow lost the lead.
Right.
All right. We doing Scream 7, y'all?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, Scream 7, currently in theaters, directed by Mr. Kevin Williamson. Burn it all down. When a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, Cindy must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all? I had a little question mark to it. Once and for all? Because hell no, it's not gonna be once for all because this movie's making money, dude. Yeah, basically. Okay, so we start off where this super fan horror movie fan guy, he's taking his girlfriend to like this Airbnb that is Stu's house from the original. Is it his actual house from the original, or is it just a recreation in the movie? The actual house?
Yeah.
The actual house.
Okay. I just didn't know if they like made a little special thing somewhere. But anyway, they go to the house. It's now like a shrine to the stab movies and the real life killings and stuff. And you have like, bodies taped on the ground with fake blood. You have animatronics set up, and she's not into it, but he is. So she's humoring him. And then, a ghost face killer attacks and kills them both, and then burns the house down. All right, flash forward a little bit. Now we're in this new town where Sydney, she's married to Joel McHale, who is Mark, right? Is that supposed to be the same Mark as from part 3? No? Joe's shaking his head no? Okay, got it. Just the same name, but different guy? Okay, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
her type, Marks.
She
I'm
likes Marks.
I am to assume that they could not get Patrick Dempsey back, so they're
But it's
so
not the
they're like,
same
all
Mark
right,
though. It's not recasted Mark.
it's not the same Mark. I think they so in part six they mentioned Mark, and everyone assumed it was going to be
Uh,
Patrick Mark, but and I assume they tried to get him back for this, and they couldn't cast him, so they're like, oh, same name, different guy though.
okay. They have a daughter. She's what? I don't know, 17-ish. And she has her friends, and they're all like hanging out, and they're like, there's people that know Sydney, who's married to Joe McHale, like I said, and there's just like a creepy neighbor. He's like, hey, I want to be a podcaster. Can I please talk to you about the Screamers? She's like, fuck off, dude. You got the housewife next door, that's her friend. You got her working at a coffee shop, and then you got her little friends, and they're like, oh, I wish my mom would talk to me about stuff. She never talks to me about my fucking her childhood. I want to know. All I know about is from the movies and the books, and the notoriety comes with being a multi what do you call it, serial killer survivor. But mom never talks to me. I'm upset about it. And she's like, Mom, I'm not having sex yet. And she's like, well, if you're asking that question, then you're not ready. Don't let any boyfriends in the house, because immediately, dude, her boyfriend comes in the room, just like Billy Loomis did in part one. He's like, hey, I was watching Stab and I started thinking of you. Call back to Scream 1? Yes. So now we're trying to figure out who's the killer. Oh, I'm sorry. Do not listen if you haven't seen Scream 6. We're going to spoil the fuck out of this, obviously. We're trying to figure out who the killer are or killers. Is it Stu? We hear in the beginning of the podcast that the superfans listening to that, allegedly Stu might be alive because he was spotted at a party in Scream 2, which is now canon, I guess. And then she gets a video sent to her that are Stu saying, "Hey, Sydney, I'm back," and then all this shit going on. Zero expectations for me going into it. I watched this with my daughter, who I've watched all the new ones with, so that was fun. So yeah, I was just like, if they deliver kills to me and we get to see some cool Ghostface stuff, I'll be happy. And at the end of the day, I think I was pleased with it because, like I said, man, like I had no expectations. I thought this would be shit because there's some very strong stuff that we've talked about in the last ones, that we talked about. You can go listen to those episodes, but overall, I wasn't a huge fan of those. So this one, just like, I'll watch it. Um, some brutal kills. The brutality's definitely kicked up a notch. Nev Campbell is pretty good in it. The daughter's fine. All the characters are cool. The legacy characters that come back from the newest ones are fine. But that's my sum of this movie. It's just it's fine. It wasn't anything special to me. Did I hate watching it? No. I think it's pretty strong in this current trilogy, but at the end of the day, I think we'll discuss this a little bit later, but I think these movies have kind of moved past my age, if that makes sense. Like you know what I mean? They're kind of like it's more for the kids now. You know what I mean? So what about you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you, Todd. I thought it was fine. I went in I also went in with extremely low expectations after seeing all of the buzz online about people just shitting all over it. So I think that honestly probably helped my expectations going in. Yeah, man, I thought the first two thirds were really good, and then the third act I think really stumbled. But yeah, I think I had there been a better Ghostface like killers and reveals, this could have been like a 4 out of 5 for me. But the ending definitely dropped it quite a bit for me. But I liked having Nev Campbell back. The nostalgia was definitely there for the fans and whatnot. I was actually surprised with the brutality in this one because Nev Campbell like came out in an interview that I read like a week before I saw this saying like, oh, we're going back to like West where there's not a lot of gore and stuff like that. And I was like, this might have been the goriest one I can remember in quite a while. So I don't know if she was just trying to like lead people away from that or whatever, or shock people more, but it worked for me because there's some definitely brutal kills in this one. I thought Tatum was fine, like Sydney's daughter. She didn't. I saw a lot of people shitting on her. But I thought she was fine. Like I thought she played a pretty good role. I liked sort of the relationship between the two of them. I think they could have did a better job developing the friend characters better because I really didn't give a fuck about any of them when they died. Honestly, having the core four return, two of the core four return, were they necessary? Probably not. I really don't know why they were brought back, but I did like them better than I liked them in the other two movies in their limited role here, which is surprising to say. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think I liked the last movie, Part 6, better, which is surprising because, there was no Nev Campbell in that one. But I liked it better than 5. I will say that. So yeah, decent.
So I'm in the same boat. I liked it. I didn't love it. I think like Joe said, the first two acts are pretty good, and then it kind of falls short in that third act. I will say something though. The last thing I said last episode, which Joe missed, was the very controversial. I'm not a big fan of the Sydney character anymore. I liked her in the first two, and then I thought she got a little too full of herself in 3 to 5. But I will say that I really like this Sydney in 7. She was more subdued. She felt more of like a real person. She wasn't like totally full of herself. She had flaws, and I thought this was like the best version of Sydney we've had since the second one, essentially. So, and I really, man, Nev Campbell looks fucking amazing. Just I'm gonna put that out there. I do think that they felt a little flat with Gail. It's like they don't know what to do with her. It's like they need to have her in because she's been there. She's the only one, right? I think that's been there in all of them. So it's like, well, we need to bring her in somehow, and it just felt like they didn't know what to do with her. I also agree that having Jasmine Savoy Brown and the other dude wasn't needed. I get why they wanted to put him in, but it felt a little forced as well. There are other things felt forced, which I'll talk about when we get to the ending. But the new characters I thought were fine. It just showed that you can have other characters kind of take over this franchise. My little wish, though, I really like the concept of people renting the original Scream house for an Airbnb and then a ghost face kills them. It could have been its own thing. Like you don't need, the nostalgia was basically what's on the walls, what's on the floor, and I thought that would have been a really cool kind of one location movie. You just make the whole thing take place at the house and they're stuck there for whatever reason and they just kind of go after each other and it becomes like a whodunit because it's so played out. 7 goddamn movies and they're still doing the oh it must be a friend that it just do something different. We talked about it with Scream 6. I love the first scene in the subway because it was different and it shows that I think there's a long runway for Ghostface, but goddamn, they keep going to the same well over and over. And this theme for this one seemed to be nostalgia, and I think we're done with it. I think we need to move past it, keep the Ghostface character, and just go to something I think completely different. But yeah, overall, I liked it. It was brutal. I was entertained. I was never bored, and it's just unfortunate that the third act kind of like does something that was just ugh, God, stupid.
Yeah, that opening kill obviously was a huge play on nostalgia, but I felt like it really lacked tension a lot of it. I just felt like I don't know, like to me like 5 kill in 6 opening kill in 6 was awesome with Samara Weaving there and her being I thought that was awesome, and even in 5 with Tara, Jenna Ortega's character was great too. This one was cool to see them back in Stu's old house, and I thought it was a great idea to have it as an Airbnb. I thought that was really smart.
Which is a real thing, by the way. That's what that house is
Oh,
now.
it is now, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really is a great idea. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something missing to me in that opening kill. I don't know. I just needed a little more out of it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I was going to ask you guys what you thought about it, but I think it's because we don't care about these characters. Because like in Scream 1, Drew Barrymore obviously a star, so we're like, oh shit, And then I forget who the kills were. Cotton Weary was a character that we knew already, right? And it was that Scream 2 or 3.
Who was the theater opening, which was
Yeah,
amazing.
it was Laurie
Yeah.
Metcalf and too. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, who was Jada Pinkett?
Okay.
And
Oh, the first kill you mean? Okay, yeah.
Mhm. But I was thinking because I didn't see any trailers. I was thinking that the opening kills were going to be the brother and sister that came with Gail in this one. I thought they were going to be killed off in the beginning because I'm like, oh, that'd been sick if they kill the
good.
new legacy characters right away, and then that would be the impact for the younger generation that fell in love with those characters, and it would kind of make it like, oh fuck, this is serious. I would have loved if that was the case, but I know that guy from like YouTube a few years ago. He was pretty big, but it's like. And he was in the Wolf of Snow Hollow. He was the opening guy in that one. It's just like I don't know. I didn't really care about the character, so it wasn't as impactful. Although it was fucking cool. He slides that knife in his head, and his eye goes fucking sideways and shit, and then lights that shit on fire. Like fuck, dude, absolutely brutal. But
Brutal.
just didn't care about him.
Agreed. Yeah. I just think like, but you could have, right? Like I just feel like we didn't know Jada Pinkett or Mekhi Phifer there in part two. And is it Mekhi Phifer? I could be wrong. I can't
I
remember,
think
but
so.
I think it is. But we didn't know them that well in two, and like just like the dialogue, like to get to know them, like was so good, and like you felt like for both of those characters when they died, and you only knew them for 5 minutes. Whereas in this one, I just don't think they did a good enough job developing those characters to make us care.
What about I mean, you were reading online, Joe, that people were tearing apart Tatum. Um,
Hmm.
I didn't think she was bad. I just didn't connect with her, honestly. It's just like I don't know. It's hard to introduce a group of kids that we're supposed to care about when this is basically about Nev again. It's like I don't know.
I mean, I think it's for me the fact that it's like Nev's supposed to be Nev's daughter, the fact she called her Tatum and stuff, and I thought there were some good scenes like with them, especially like where she finds Nev's coat from part two, which obviously nostalgia grab, but I thought it was like a good sort of thing to show like Sydney's past traumas and then the daughter trying to deal with her mom's past traumas and stuff like that. I thought it was good. I feel like she needed her own like Ghostface call moment, which never happens in this movie, but she does have some obviously run scenes with Ghostface and stuff. And yeah, with the coffee shop scene obviously being the most, uh, I think the best, part of her sort of moments. But yeah, I mean, would it have been better? I've heard people saying, "Oh, well, McKenna Grace should have played Tatum rather than this actress." Maybe it would have been better. I think McKenna Grace, is great, and I think she was good here in her limited role. I would have liked to have seen more of her, but I mean, I'm down. I'm down to see more, Tatum in the next movie. I'd be okay with her sort of, you know, getting the torch passed on to her now. Do we think though, like they'll eventually bring back like Melissa Barrera and Jen Ortega, or you think they're like done?
I think
We'll never
Melissa
see.
Barrera is possible,
Mm,
unlikely but possible. I don't think they get Ortega back just because of her career trajectory. It's just she's too big now, man.
yeah, I
But I
agree,
think
but
they need to move on. I think they need to move on from all of them.
I don't know about Melissa Barrera because it was kind of obvious that the acting chops aren't up to speed to Nev Campbell's because like
I
she
thought she got better in six though.
I agree. Yeah,
I
I
don't
liked her
know. For
way
me,
more
I
in
think she was
six.
still kind of not kind of pretty wooden. But
But
maybe it's just
and she's been better in the movies I've seen after.
has she?
Like, yeah, in other
Fuck it.
roles, I think she's really good. So I think it's just kind of early. It could have been the writing too, and I feel that well, to Joe, what he was saying, I think the actress who played Tatum was fine. I just
Yeah.
don't think the character really did much to stand out in this movie, and that's less on the actress and more on the writers.
I think Joe mentioned it, but there wasn't a lot of the phone call and stuff. Like we get a lot of quote unquote Stu doing video calls, but like that's, you know, my favorite part of the Scream franchise is when he's calling somebody and they don't know he's a killer and he's just playing with them. And I think Joe mentioned it again where it was like the daughter should have got that because it makes a lot of sense because Sydney never really told her about what's going on. Obviously, she knows from like the stab movies and all that shit, but it would have been fucking really cool to have them playing with her as Ghostface as he traditionally does. And we didn't get a lot of that. Like I didn't really like the FaceTime with Stu, like because it just seemed really cheesy to me. And then the payoff I thought was really lame. And that's where I think that the movie is past my age now, or you know what I mean? It's for teenagers because like the AI stuff and how like, oh, you can deep fake everything. Like I don't give a fuck. Like it was just really lame to me. And I get it. Like fans were like wanted Stu to come back. It just never made sense. And the way they got him back, I did not like it at all with the AI shit. And then when we got Dewey back as AI, it was just like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah, they should have made him a
Yeah,
ghost. We love that idea so much.
I mean, I'm okay with the AI thing because they didn't actually bring Stu back. Because I would have been really fucking upset if like Stu came back. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would have been like that would have like been the jump the shark moment for this franchise had they actually decided to bring him back. And there were a couple moments in the beginning where I was like, wow, are they really gonna try to bring like Stu back? Where they like talked about like his body, like was his body really? They just needed a body to like put in the casket and shit like that. And I'm even hearing like fan theories that like Stu is really still alive and that like he's used like those AI images like he like gave to the killers or something, and he's gonna get revealed in the next movie or something like that.
No, come on.
I know, yeah, I know. I think it was a good way to like bring him back and just put that theory to bed, though, like for the fans, because the fans have been talking about, it, and they're like, all right, well, we'll bring him back, but he's fucking AI, he's fucking dead. Don't
Mhm.
bring him back. Um, yeah, I mean, whatever. It was like fine. I didn't like hate it. Um,
I thought they just did
it
it
was
too
just
much. Like
whatever.
it went on way too long, I thought. Like
Yeah.
I think they could have said what you just said, like, okay, here it is, fans, you got your way, kind of. But I think they could have done it
Hmm.
in a way where they're like, all right, we need to prove that fucking Stu's dead, and they literally go to his fucking crypt or something. Something like that, where they're like, all right, Stu is fucking dead. We know he's dead. Here he is. Here's his death certificate. Here's autopsy photos, something. Just to be like, fuck you. And
Hmm.
then it turns into like, okay, who's the fucking killer? And then we can get back in the mystery of, is it the boyfriend? Is it the fucking, because we get that same fucking scene again where they're like, oh, we need to invite everybody into a room and point fingers. You're the creepy guy. No, you're the hot boyfriend. You're the like, oh, how many times do we need this fucking scene, guys?
They even reference in the movie that they're doing this scene again. Like the guy's like, "No, fucking don't do it." She's like, "No, okay, well, okay, no, I will." And then she does it anyway. It's like, God damn it.
And those guys, I'm convinced, are fucking invincible. They get stabbed again. They've been stabbed almost to death each
Okay,
fucking movie. And
like
that guy's
you
just
just don't
like,
die from stabbing in
no,
Scream. It's just it's
from a
clear at this
12-inch
point.
fucking blade doesn't do
Yeah.
shit anymore to anybody. It's like, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, like do we really need Joel McHale's character to survive this? Like,
No, because I'm like, okay, I like Joe McHale and he died. That sucks. And then he's not dead. I'm
Mhm.
like, he got stabbed
I
fucking 19 times.
Why did he need to survive? Like he should have died. His kill
Right.
would have been pretty impactful too, right? Like Sydney's husband, and then in the next movie, it's like even more fucking trauma for her. But maybe they're just like her character's dealt with too much trauma. Why are we killing her husband too? But yeah, he wasn't needed. And then obviously, who else survives? That got fucking uh,
The
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 two big,
twins.
big twins. Yeah, they didn't get though. I never thought they were gonna die. Like even when
Yeah,
they
No,
did
they
get,
she
they
got
did last
slashed and
movie,
got
and
stabbed.
yeah, they do in part six, but
Well, in
not
the
in
first
this
one,
one.
he got
gotta
stabbed
work.
like a motherfucker too.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that man is fucking got abs of steel or something. I don't know.
apparently.
But
I do want to get back to the AI thing because
mhm.
there's something that really bothered me about it. The Stu thing didn't super bother me because they had, like you guys said, they had to bring him back just to get people to shut the fuck up about it and bring it back in a way that satisfies the fans. He's you've seen him and everything.
Mhm.
To me, it's the scene later with all the different killers that we see because why is the deep fake like mimicking what they probably look like at that time? Like it makes no sense. Why would AI be like, okay, we're gonna do Dewey, but a little bit older and with a stupid mustache? Because that's what they'll buy that.
That's
Like
what the crowd
the deep
wants.
fakes should have been fucking them at like when they died, like when like the latest picture they have of
Yeah.
them. I get maybe with Stu they wanted to make it to sell it because they were trying to pretend it was him, but the other ones to go through all that trouble, no, it's just not fucking feasible. And then I have a big issue at the end, but I'll save it when we talk to the about the reveal.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
boyfriends.
I mean,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was just saying it was just like a play on the nostalgia, like bring back Laurie
It
Metcalf's
was just cringy,
character
man.
and
The
and
the the
Roman.
brother from Three. You want to make a
Why
movie,
wouldn't
Sid?
Here's my question: why wouldn't you just bring back all the killers if you're going to do that
They
scene?
couldn't
Right?
probably.
Should have brought back Emma Roberts and Rory Culkin
Billy.
and
They
like
only
bring
got the
them all
ones they
back.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's
It's
true.
the ones that
The
could.
ones that needed to work. Like
Maybe.
even Billy Loomis. Like it made no sense not to have Billy Loomis
He was a
because
ghost in the
Yeah.
other two.
well,
He can't
we
be a
saw
fucking
him,
AI.
but in that world they didn't see him. So why skip him if he's such a big fan of like
Mm.
screen of the the original Scream
Yeah,
murder, right? Or stab murders, I
it was,
guess.
it was a little forced for sure.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't.
And then he was like,
Yeah.
they were turning up on every fucking screen in that house, like he was planning it perfectly. I didn't buy it. But I thought the whole is it the boyfriend thing was so fucking sloppy. Like when he puts his laptop down and it's like Stu's on the screen and he's like pretending to be Stu. That was so fucking awful. He's like, no, no, Sid, or not Sid, no, Tatum, I'm just seeing if I can do it. I'm like, all right, he's not the killer. Like, shut up.
I
But
called one of the killers.
I did too. So I was gonna ask you, I was 50-50. I thought it was the neighbor and the son. together, mom and dad,
Same.
or
That's
mom
why I
and
thought
daughter,
it was
mom and son. Yeah,
because it was a really weird
good vibe, bro.
dialogue sequence at one point, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be the neighbor and the son, but instead get fucking random ass Ethan Embry instead, who's in the
Dude,
movie for 5 seconds.
so is the blonde from another movie? Because I don't remember her at all, if she was.
No,
Oh,
she's
okay.
not in
A
Because
any. I
friend
mean,
she made in Indiana.
not in any of the
okay,
Scream movies. In
because I thought I had like forgotten something. I'm like, oh, I must, because her reason for killing her was fucking dumb, right? Like I read your book
yeah,
and this is my closure is killing you or something. I don't know about her abusive husband. I didn't.
upset because she went into hiding, right? Like, and it's
Huh.
like, okay,
So
was awful.
okay.
And then honestly, the only reason they brought Ethan Embry in was because he to explain the AI, like basically, and he met her at the mental institution. So like he becomes a murderer too because they fall in love. There's never an explanation of whether they're in a relationship or not, or they're just like friends who
I don't
became
know, man.
killers.
Plus, like he was like, I studied computer science. Like, okay.
Right. It's for the AI. It's literally
Yeah, I know.
he
It's
was
stupid.
Yeah. And do you
yeah.
guys want to hear my big eye roll moment of the movie?
Yes.
You know why you guys know all this?
Why?
Because of the goddamn presentation they give at the end.
Oh,
Motherfuckers
God.
with their goddamn presentations.
Here's my PowerPoint.
Literally sit them over like an audience and give them a little show. All that was missing was a
Man,
goddamn PowerPoint presentation. Like,
why didn't we think about doing that in our movie? That'd been
I
so
know
fucking
we
funny.
really we
Damn it.
like
Reshoot.
I started laughing in the theater when she started like fucking just going through the whole. I'm like, oh my god, they're doing a fucking presentation. You
Man,
don't, if your movie needs a 5 minute presentation to explain the movie, you
you did
failed
it
at
wrong.
your fucking movie, is my opinion. And I hated every second of it. I was laughing, but I hated every second of it. It was so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It just proves that
This
the
is
twist was dumb as shit, you know?
it's the worst killers in the franchise and the worst reveal. Like there was no like tension like to that scene. Like they just sort of pull their masks off and that's it. Yeah, they like that. That's when this movie definitely lost me. In that third act, like it's just neither killer is interesting or has like a good. Honestly, it makes and I really dislike Scream 5, but it made Richie and Amber, who I thought were the worst killers before this, it makes their motive seem a lot better in the like
I forgot
when
what
looking
was their motive. I forget.
they were just like
Movie fans,
crazy fans, right? And they want yeah, it was
and
almost like a
then
part two type thing.
and
And they
six
met
were
at
Richie's siblings or dad or something.
yeah, which that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually a decent. That was a that's what that was a
these are
decent.
just the neighbor, just the neighbor.
Yeah,
But
It's
she killed her
actually
son.
working.
She
crazy.
didn't give a fuck about her son
I
dying.
think he killed her son, and
Right, but she didn't
she
care though at
doesn't know
all.
about it.
No, remember she acknowledged it.
Does she? I don't.
He
She says
acknowledged
something.
that she
She
Okay,
says
killed
like,
her son.
"Oh, I don't
Yeah.
give." She says something like,
nice.
which is a cool
Yeah.
kill. He got the beer
He
spout
got
thing.
that as a fucking cool kill.
Was that CGI though? That looked CGI-ish to me.
I don't think
Like
so.
I think it was just like I thought it was practical, but maybe
Yeah,
you're.
I did too. I
I
could
hope
see
hoping
that
so.
exact scene like at a Halloween Horror Nights type event, you know, like
Mhm.
and was spitting out the. I thought it was fucking awesome. There's
I'll
a few
be
kills in this that
the detractor on this one. I thought it was a little corny. I didn't love that
the,
kill.
the what?
The beer
The
scene.
beard, the beard.
Oh, I loved it.
I
I
liked
loved
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so all the killers were stupid and random, like I thought, because I was like, okay, maybe I just don't remember these guys.
So okay, so I knew what the twist was before going in. Did you guys think even a little bit that when Ethan Embry like points to the door and says Stumacher, everybody, that it was actually Stug that's going to be the reveal there
Not at that point.
No.
at all? Like
No,
you guys were convinced that there was no way that
because it
was
was
Stu?
AI bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
that
was
could have been a
convinced.
twist on a twist where you
twist
think it's
for the
AI by this
twist.
point, but it was actually Stu the whole time.
I'd have been better.
Comes out of a fucking wheelchair because he got his head smashed in. It's like, I don't know.
But also,
Why?
like Sam didn't even know Ethan Embry died. She's like, "Wait, did they kill Ethan Embry?" Because it
Yeah,
Shot him
she
in
happened
the
hit him
head.
in the head. Yeah.
shot in the head, and I was like, "Yeah, he got killed."
They
Like
never show him again though.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, never.
No, because they go chase after her after that. So,
Mm.
and they go, yeah.
So it's always fun to look back once you know the killers are to be like, okay, who was the killer during this scene and that scene? But like, there wasn't really ever any physical challenge outside of
I feel
the
Ethan
cop.
Embry was probably like physical killer for the
Yeah,
majority
because he
of this.
fought what's his face for a couple minutes there, Joel McHale.
Yeah, they actually lost
Mm.
their best fighter, which was the first guy.
Oh, the crazy dude.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it
So
would have been three killers if he didn't accidentally get ran over by Gale, who shows up at the perfect time.
of course, all the
Jesus,
way in
yeah.
Indiana, like just which
Right.
is another super random thing
So what if that
because
was just a kid fucking cosplaying and she just runs him down?
yeah, exactly like in Halloween.
Um,
Just
Yeah.
Did I
Ben
give you
Tramer.
Sam's theory? I thought would have been the better killer,
Yes.
and I'm kind of on board with this. She thought it should have been the reporter, Mark
I
Consuelos's
thought that ran by
character.
my mind. Yeah, through my mind. Yeah.
Because he mentions about like, oh, give like a small time reporter his big break or whatever like that. So it's like he would have done the killing, so like he could have gotten like his big break
Story.
and then like reported on the killers or something like a story. That would have been a better. And I agree. Like, and he's a big actor, so it would have made sense.
yeah, I
Well,
like
Is he a
it.
big
Higher
actor?
sound next time.
he's on
Well,
Regis and he's Kelly Rip.
yeah, he's Kelly Rick's husband. It's big. That's how known he is. He's the spouse of someone else. So.
Did you guys ever
He
think
hosts,
that?
he hosts the show.
Oh, does he? I lost point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think any of the other people they hinted at, like boyfriend, um, drama teacher, any of them were legitimate?
No, I had a feeling they were all gonna be red herrings. I was pretty convinced, like with you, like Utah, that it was going to be the neighbors, the two
Yeah,
of them.
right. I like that actor too from The Boys. He's decent.
Agreed.
Um, shoot, what else we got
Can you
here? I
talk about
mean,
how lame Kale's entrance was, though? Like fucking running over the ghost. Oh yeah, and then
yeah,
that third ghost, which we had mentioned, there's like a third killer too. Like he was part of it, right?
Yeah, that's
And
what
then
we're
he gets.
talking about for.
yeah. Did you miss that whole
Oh,
part?
Yeah. He
the
checked
channel
out.
conversation. I did. I missed
But
it.
he was because he was at the mental asylum where Ethan Embry worked. So he must have
Yes,
just been like, hey man, you need to go kill these fucking people. But
that was
so
corny.
it yeah, it was.
What
But I
if he
do
was the
like
mastermind of the whole thing? It's like, and then they're just stuck with the two others.
although I did like the reveal where they're like, who the fuck is this? So like it's killer we don't know. I thought that was kind of clever and different. Um my question for you guys is when did Stu become the fan favorite to return? Is that from a movie? Like when or is that just like how'd that happen? I don't remember it like how
I
it
think in 5, when they started bringing like, everyone back,
mm,
it was like, well, you brought everyone back, but Stu,
his head crushed.
So yeah, I think that's when people started kind of wanting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was never obvious from Scream 1 that he wasn't dead. So, you know what I mean? So it's like,
No, it was like wishful thinking. It's like, well, you
okay.
brought Billy back, and you brought everyone else back. You brought Randy's sister.
Well,
It's just Stu that had nothing that.
Oh yeah,
I
Randy
also
never came
think
back in this one.
no. I also think the original ending to Scream 3 is a big part of why people want Stu back, because Stu was supposed to be the killer
Mm,
in part 3, and they rewrote the script after Columbine that he was supposed to have like a cult of killers or whatever like that.
Right.
So I think people liked that theory and
gotcha.
And his appearance in 2 probably didn't help. Like, even though it was like just this dumb cameo, it's still, it opens up the possibility because we saw him. Like, we could physically see him in the room post killing. So
Oh,
theoretically, in the Scream universe, he's still alive.
yeah, I guess.
Scream 8. There you go.
Scream 8. He's back.
Yeah, exactly.
So is Billy.
yeah, where do they go? Where do you guys think they go from here?
Fuck, I hope in another city with new characters and yeah, I
I did
like
like the town
Ghostface.
setting.
Yeah, town's fine.
I like
Mhm.
them running around the town. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yep.
hmm I think it would have been cool if Dewey was never dead and
Agreed.
the Ghostface coming back to kill Sydney's daughter is like the catalyst to bring the gang back all together. Obviously, we can't do that because he was killed in 5, but um,
Didn't stop his
yeah,
stupid mustache from making an appearance.
that's
So
true. That's true.
yeah,
Well, like that's the thing. Like, where do you go from here? Like, obviously, this is going to have an eighth movie,
Yeah, it's fucking
but
killing
like,
it.
what the fuck is going to happen? Like, the movie's going to make. It's already made $100 million worldwide. It's going to be the best, um, franchise movie of the franchise money monetarily. So they're obviously not going to end this. Um, but it's like, man, I think eventually you got to put Sydney to bed at some point, right? Like, she can
Yeah, poor
only
girl.
go
Jeez.
like
Do you kill her off like they tried to do in Halloween Resurrection?
no. No, I think they were honestly heading in the right direction with 5 and 6. Like after like with 6, like there was no Sydney at all, and I was like, okay, like it's kind of like I'm kind of interested to see what happens to these characters now. Is like they're building them, and then obviously that completely is thrown out the window. So it's like, are they gonna try to like hold on to Mindy and Chad and like have them carry the franchise now or something like, or because like I don't know, like or Tatum. I guess is Tatum going to be our new Sydney? I guess for a while. Like I guess
Family's just
they can do
cursed, I
something with
guess.
that. Yeah.
I have no idea because it's just gonna be the same movie over and over again at this point.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
that's the problem. They need to
Yeah.
move on. They just need like I love Courtney Cox, but they need to put Gail to rest. Like we don't need to see her anymore. Her story is completely played out.
Very pointless.
Like Sydney too. Like how many fucking times can this happen realistically? It's just like crazy that this exact scenario keeps happening. It's just yeah, it's becoming stale. Honestly, I would put Scream to rest for a bit, like give it a 5 to 10 year break, but they won't because money talks. And I would honestly do something. This is when I'm going to hate myself for saying this. This is when you attempt something like Halloween Ends. When the franchise is getting stale and you do something completely different, see if it sticks. Halloween Ends was just at the wrong fucking time because, it was the end of a trilogy and they had set up all these things, but I think they need to try something ballsy and different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean I think I agree. Like I mean it's just a very formulaic slasher
Okay.
at this point.
You know what I'd like to see? Here's what I'd like to see. I just thought about it right now. I want to see a Scream movie from the perspective of the Ghostface killers. I want to know what they're thinking, why they're hiding themselves, what their motivation is, and the whole movie is about like them preparing the kills and like just kind of a reverse of it. And I
I,
think that'd be more fun than what we've been getting lately.
I like it. I think we talked about that from
The six.
six.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
because
when
when
we knew the
six
killer
open and they
immediately.
killed the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be. I think that's the only way you can go, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But kind of like
Be
a
interesting.
Rise of Leslie Vernon esque kind
Yeah,
of thing.
absolutely. Yeah.
But then they might.
How
I
about
don't know.
footage where the
Found
killer has
footage.
a mask? Like yeah, found footage like through the killer's like mask.
Now you're just doing
Like
more
he was
tech.
almost like a
Yeah, yeah.
little
No more
glass
tech.
thing.
Let's go low tech. Let's go to a boat. Let's have Scream on a boat or something. I don't know. Scream
Jaws?
1940. Something.
Okay.
But yeah, they're gonna
Best
greenlight. They're gonna announce it within like a couple months that fucking Scream 8's coming out for sure.
best kill?
Ooh, best kill. I think the most brutal is when he lights that chick on fire because that was pretty fucking savage.
Probably the McKenna Grace one, I think. It's pretty brutal.
I love the beer tap one. It's my favorite kill, but it was dumb because it was CGI and I hated this. But I love that they blew that fucking woman's face off at the end, like
Oh yeah, shot her like 19 times.
that was really fucking cool. But it looked bad because it was CGI. That was still a really cool. I love that they just like fucking shot her so many times in the face that like you can recognize her face anymore.
Rate
All
it.
right, rate this motherfucker. Go.
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It was decent. I had a pretty good time with it, but it's like very middle of the road for me at the end of the day. Like I said, first 2/3 good. That third act really stumbled, unfortunately, but it's not my least favorite Scream movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. 3 out of 5. I think it's my favorite of the newest ones, to be honest. Just yeah, kills were good. I enjoyed watching it, and yeah, I don't know, just not for me. Although 3 out of 5 it kind of means it's for me, but I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's like
Yeah.
middle of the road.
I gave 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. I'd rewatch it again. Wasn't one of my favorites, but it wasn't as bad as I guess I thought it. I was not excited to see this at all. I really just went to see it because I figured it's something we should review since we've done the under six. So I'm glad I saw it, but it wouldn't make like even near my top 10 or anything like that. It was just like, all right, cool. That was a movie. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5.
What's you guys' least? I was trying to think of this least favorite from the franchise. I'm between like 4 and 5.
5.
I'd have to watch them both again. Yeah.
Yeah, five
Yeah,
5 for me.
it's probably 5. If not, I fucking hate 3. I just don't like 3 at all. So It might be three or five, but probably five.
All right, we're gonna hit up the letterbox friends. Let's do it.
It might be skewed though. I know my friends' letterbox, like the people I follow, a lot of people put a half star but didn't see the movie. So
Really?
it's like, yeah, it's a
That's
skewed.
that's lame.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It is what it is. So I'm just saying, like
okay.
I feel like the scores could be skewed in this particular case.
Well, if you go by friends, it's a 3.6. If you go by letterbox on a whole, it's a 2.4. So looks like the wider audience isn't really digging it that much. But
That might be the lowest rated one.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's 2.4 is fucking low as shit. I wonder why, if it is getting the random hate treatment. I wonder why. Is it because?
It's because of what happened to Melissa Barrera.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
like whatever, if that's her way to protest, I'm totally
Go
fine with
for
it.
it.
I'm just
Protest a
saying
fucking
it
scary
skews the
movie.
number.
Oh, did you guys get the Scary Movie trailer, by the way?
I
No,
pretty
but I
funny.
watched it today because it came out online. But yeah, I don't know.
Excited.
Some of it I liked. Some of it I'm like, man, that is the lowest hanging fruit joke you can make. It's like
That's
dumb as
every
fuck.
scary movie.
I know, but don't put it in the trailer. Like. But there are some things I fucking laughed when my favorite character, when my boy Ray showed up.
Oh
I
my
got
gosh,
fucking
why
excited.
kind of gay or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, which was that Sinner
Ray's
scene,
the
right?
best.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so excited to see my boy Ray back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So we'll see.
Doofy. Doofy is
Yeah,
back.
yeah, Doofy's back after fucking yeah, it took way too long to get Doofy back. So yeah, I think we'll have to review that one. It's I had fun reviewing Scary Movie. It was a really fun review. I think you missed that one, Joe.
I missed it.
Oh, it's you that
I
missed?
think
Yeah,
I
it's
Yeah.
missed.
too bad.
I was on that one.
Hmm.
I also got Disclosure Day, Spielberg's movie. That
Yeah,
looks fucking
I got
really
that
good.
one. Yeah,
Looks like a
that's
mind trip, yeah.
mhm.
I got a couple horror movies in there, but I don't remember their
Yeah, I got
titles.
Undertone, which someone put as their favorite movie, I think, last year,
Undertone.
who saw it at a festival.
Which one was
A24's next movie.
uh,
It's like a podcaster who receives
Oh, yeah, with Scary
files.
Voices.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
Kind of like a White Noise type movie.
correct. Yeah.
Reminded me of it.
All right, so thank you everyone for listening to this episode. Next week, we have my pick, and I was between two minds next week because there are two major things that are happening. On the one hand, the episode comes out on Friday the 13th. But on the other hand, it also comes out the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. So what do I do? Do I do a Friday the 13th movie or do I do a Leprechaun movie? And I decided to go with Leprechaun because we've actually never done a Leprechaun movie. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's do the original, the one that started it all. Leprechaun is what we're going to be reviewing next week. I'm really looking forward to it. I think we're due for a new Leprechaun. That's a character that needs to come back into our lives, hoping that almost full size figure is going to rev up some interest in that franchise. So stick with us next week for that. Don't forget, and a very important date, May 16th is our movie premiere. Our very first movie, the final episode. It will be in Salem, Massachusetts at 9:30 at Cinema Salem. Just send us an email if you'd like tickets. They're absolutely free. We hope to be able to see you. And if you are unable to go, and we understand, you will get a chance to watch it through other means. We're going to do a movie club special just for the final episode. It won't be at the regular date and time that I usually do them because I want to make sure that Joe and Todd are able to be there for that. Also, don't forget that we have just a bunch of Halloween. I forget the dates. Is it October 3rd to 6th or something?
First of the fourth.
First to the fourth, also in Salem, Massachusetts, where you can meet the Hocus Pocus cast. We're getting very close to announcing specific events and tickets and all that stuff, so tune in for that. Don't forget, we got merch, tpublic.com, a bunch of Horror Squad merch you can pick up, which is including the final episode t-shirt and our latest one, a Christmas one, but it's never too late. You could celebrate for next year. That was done by our friend Corey, which is an absolutely great design from Silent Night, Deadly Night. And yeah, that's you just follow us on all the social medias at the Horror Squad Podcast. Join our Discord. Always a great time over there. And we will see you next week for Leprechaun. Bye.
Bye.
Right.